monster and book den Hertha Berlin and so be for ball Anthony Quatin Samson Borussia Dortmund betime akọ PM or WRASN book can also 6+5 no akọ we any games are able to the German a year DB Pokan medal one no yet me else mo yambra na yebedi enkomo kakra intimi and for more Christopher Pacho mame a UEFA a Champions League a parents no say and a final round of matches no esi akọ honma ya dia playoff no ukoko maboko ndi ere foreign virus bobko no ebetime atana fiatunsa era afre a Karabakh FK no the game no etime eje agboni rest our big day and a power force and so ebetime abo Rangers boboko no ebetunsa era afre club brute sounds no Bodo Glimt and the Stormgrass ebetime abo ehonum Celtic and a Kairat Almaty and a ebebo ehonum boboko ni jam eje a FC Basel, ebetimi abo FC Copenhagen na Fenerbahce ene boboko ni jin ede eye Benfica enso etimi abo ehoroma eno so any games a UEFA Champions League playoff no ebetimi atodwa ehoroma na ukokopie mo ewo Brazil man mo enra SMB etimi AC na boboko ni jin ede Vasco da Gama boboko no omo ekọ relegation or brante ni jin ede Felipe Coutinho mo ejina mo omo ne name tima ni din ede Santos na koko boy na eno na anko yewie alpha man name tima ni ede Santos Kensia ana Vasco forum etimi ede ehye omo ano so ene dia akokopie mu na sa game no eba na wie no na okokopie mu Santos head coach ani din ere Xavier eye clever ono so mpenfo etimi abo ne 9-2 se pay open no ontimi enko ano so ene ensem kakra efi wonum eba etimi yede air2 en ojumede no so na okopie mu ewo nsam fufuro mu sei na AC etie ehorm abrante ani din Alden Nicholas Jackson Abrantia no okokopie mu Chelsea bobuko no eho ana osina kan etimi ede elmom na reporter mepeke etwe mu dia Abrantia no ya dia Chelsea bobuko no omo say Abrantia no munya na ombetimi amana akọ na Abrantia omo pe atom na Abrantia ne kan we no na bobuko ne Aston Villa omo eso interest o Abrantia ne din ede Nicholas Jackson by Monchen and so eso interest o Abrantia no ma ye hwe dia nsuso ene brode hono ebetimi akọ wie hono ma no so ene report kakra ba yere air2 na Real Madrid bobuko na aso head coach ani din are Xabi Alonso ana wedi enkomo ede atuja na openo ne nkoma ore tuja no Abrantia ni din ede Franco Mastantuano o se Abrantia no etimi aka kire omu mpenfo no se ade ono Abrantia oyada ne pa no line no Andre Messi Kudichini na Abrantia oyada ne pa na Abrantia no enya aka sa chom so oyada Messi a nya de ombetimi aka bibia ede afon Western Abrantia no efi Argentina sanso no lefty a ono so ode sansem no etimi ede atuja hono na yenko Jeremy Doku Ghana ni Abrantia wada no hu dwabronin osina kan edema Belgium minus Samson na Manchester City na onso osina kan etimi ed omo hono Abrantia ne smart dwan say ya dia open din Rudy Garcia etimi HS omanubu efuye pa hono na o say Abrantia no jana otimi start games etimi ed momo na okopiem hono ya dia open no etimi amana anhyede nye boni bi anko bo hono na Abrantia din ed dodgy look back you Abrantia osina kan edema bobuko ni jam ede Sevilla bobuko na Abrantia ni bobo pa osina coach no etimi start ono Abrantia na head of ono Jeremy Doku a na manubu efuye wo coach ni din ede Rudy Garcia ho ayede sansa no yetimi yede L2 enim ojumede no so na yenkokopie mu ewo SC Napoli omo aso omo striker but there pa Romelu Menama Bolingoli Lukaku Abrantia no reporter me peke na chom de Abrantia no etimi akwa a high grade rectus for Morris injury and Abrantia ni din ere Romelu Lukaku Menama Bolingoli etimi akwa konyentina ya 3 months Abrantia no ebetimi atranche onsia kan and former SC Napoli akwa big blow etimi ede amom ene ewie yede honsem no yetimi yede elsomo ojumede nso na me pacho for Abrantia ni din ede look show picture no to smamen na look show na ate Ro Ferdinand se ne mpa ba obonyi na o ka che Yankopon se ebe ya on hwe na look show afi moni mpra o se Yankopon bo omo se na ebe look show mani mpra na look show we mpra on se Manchester na wo defender power on se Abrantia ko pra dia Manchester be last season omo ewie na ahwe kra o mbebro hono mo eno nso ne nsema open game Ede Ro Ferdinand etimi ede out to jar yede won sem no yede L2 enim old meden so na abrante ni gen ede eberechi eze esina kan ede ma Crystal Palace bobo ko reporter me pick no echemu dia abrante no bobo ko ni gen ede to na more space ede 55 million plus 5 million add-ons ede akọ se be yam nkomo nje na omuntimi ema abrante no be si akan entimi emfa elma mo hono so ene kakra efumu pa yede L2 enim na ye ka eberechi eze ho sem no head coach at the day at the Opina so a head coach era mabu ko ni era Crystal Palace bobu ko no edi enkomo kakra dia atuja na o se brante no aja nsem bi wono ma ote na se hu sa brante na kwa sebe rumors no kwa bia enshada enimti Crystal on sa ka video na ma yentie Opina no so ni video ni kakra hono mo.
It's nothing personal with all of you, but I said it's a good advice to the kids. Don't always believe what you read, especially in the internet. Yeah? And here is the same, who tells you, who knows that this is the truth, what is written? There are rumors and so many rumors, and everybody tells somebody something for his own advantage maybe, and then I watch the players every single day in the training sessions, we meet them, and again, if everything or most of the things that are written about them is true, they couldn't perform like this. The team couldn't be together like this. The team couldn't be committed.
Crystal Palace on also ne de kakra wait me ere out to jare 17 no yede L2 and old meden so na yenkon kopie mo ewo former Liverpool player ni den Michael Owen edin komoda for AFC Bournemouth Bobo Ekono na AFC Bournemouth Bobo Kono na reporter openo Michael Owen edin nsema to say oya story pa etimi edema AFC Bournemouth Bobo Ekono Sunday omutimi kokopie mo ewo Bobo ni din Liverpool aso no eniema entimi anko yi anfa mo esanse Bobo ni one of Artonton players bebe na honomo na o say branche ba ko am ne onim say this season say AFC Bournemouth eko yi a obetime aboa omo no ya branche ni gen Antoine Semenyo no o ya Ghana ni branche no ene ensem Michael Owen etime atujo a ya L2 enim old made no so na Samuel Nazwe and our wedding come on from Manchester City Branton Jane at the Ryan Cherky home. Now, Openo say Yankana Obian to be say a Ryan Cherky is a generational talent or a sound seven. It may add out to you say Ryan Cherky and a Laminia Ma. At the same level, and only and some open day as Samuel Nazwe, former Manchester City player, with me at the out to jar. Yet a Sansam, yet a air to no Branton air exceptional, the dribbling skills, no, I do Edithemo Sanso, and not consistently a Branton a good up, and also at the Sansam, at the out to jar. Chelsea, a former player in the game. John Obi Mikel opened in come or say na Adomba Park is in the present Prince Mutim Chelsea 8 men aqua draw the first game and news we and magic bia Chelsea aqua club World Cup and on Chelsea and back control magic or leg no now on me enter leg no and first nice na on say Chelsea a bit me win leg no a bit me I am one my premier leg no let me about back on Monsa and also any reports Branton Day at the John Obi Mikel if na so pa 8 me ya the L2 nim old meden so na Gary Neleka edin komo e the afra Victor Gokres home na Abrante no na reporter openo and some of the trends as na Abrante we na Arsenal for ekoto ne bayi Abrante na he the first game wabo no we nya 12 game pa hono on say Arsenal for na shada mbobo papa bia ama Abrante no entimi enya chances so betimi era she goals and unti na Abrante no we entimi ambobo bia na o say Arsenal for no etimi ebie mu pass o mo Manchester United etimi bwanka ya Abrante ni the Victor Gokres no obetimi aya wone ma etimi e ma Arsenal no so na report kakra pa yetime ye de eto na ye kan Victor Gokres won sensem na Christopher Manenda so ame Victor Gokres won sensem na coach and the Mikel Arteta and so etime edin komo kakra e de afa Abrante no say hey Abrante no boy no ohunfun so bia wo ho o say na ava Abrante no nko no na yakoto na ba na ne boy na nsidan koyi o say ohunfun so bia na ho no so and report pa ye de eto na mpacho ma picture we a and na so emfa ema me hono Nottingham Forest bobuko no omo etime spending 172 million euros any siko must spend this summer na omotime ekoto abrante ni tin ede Dan Ndoye 42 million ana omo to on sanso ana Omare Hutchison omakoto 42 million Arnold Kalemwando abrante no omotime akofo no so aba 31.5 million James McAtee 25.5 Igor Jesus 19 ana Jaya Kunha ono so 12 million and so any sika omo edikoto sa branch na ohono mana yenkopie mo ewo Rema de Bobo kona aso na yenkodi komo kakra abrante ni tin edi Rodrigo Goes na nka Madrid fo no sanka branch obetime ja na kwan na mom sisie impempem no kase Madrid fo so mo nton enti Man City fo say Savino omo anam ka so mo to abrante no yado beton omo abrante na atena se Rodrigo emba de Savino enso betime atena no so ne kakra efon epa etu na abrante ni tin ere Karim Mustafa Benzema esina kan wo Saudi Pro League no na abrante no ni team en Ronaldo team and then anasa wo game ebo nyame adom ochena na abrante ni smato ese Ronaldo great player na mom gamer ye kwa akobo no great players in Asia ono Benzema great Ronaldo great intino senior wie na ewu chale se amagane amagashia na ehu amagahohu ade a ombetime ku Ronaldo team ni din ade anasa no so abrante ni din ade Karim Mustafa Benzema ade atujwa ehonam na AC Milan omo so etimi on vele omo squad omo etom this season no na abrante no mo vele omo no say na AC to Luka Modric ono ba free Adon Jashari also EPA 36 million euros. Samuel Richie EPA 23 million. Pervis Stupinan also EPA Sansona Koni De Winter Zakari Kemi also EPA Sansona Pietro Tarasiano also 8 million Ababe Piemona Yanko Korean Samanon Ewa Brante ni Diare Javi Simons also na Javi Simons say adia o catch team sa omo pani nyina say nya dia Chelsea wankwa Chelsea onko bibia biem and also nsema Javi Simons de atudwa na ewie ebia na obi enya bibi papa bi ahwe mpacho fa Arsenal for player no picture no to smami fa oba na picture na me send ma no because for to smami na ebia na obi nya ewie obi nheda ahwe bibi papa bi ene ontimi enhwe kakra na ontimi formula ni akoma we no ade na okuma senior Kojobris opepa yes senior Kojobris so na Cobb Mighties the segment sa level we no no mo ni je ho pant no Chloe Kelly England and Arsenal for superstar odo mo koje Euros no ene ono ene player chese ye project no ho no ma enya semkuti ukọ Facebook West Coast Television ababa no eda so kama obetimi ekwa na wa share wo share no na sabi o comment na egu on mo ye be kenkan etimi eje ama ehoro na bibia akọ kama ntino ana me de amana ne nsam no ebetimi esi na efisam no enso etimi aba abeto aso etimi eje ama Sam Prince the sports ambassador ebegba fie na nkofo bi ntia say Ghana Football Association o ma akọja tum ama Kurt Edwin Simon Okraku ekọ 3 terms masa house of force ndra say omudi nkunim ehun Prince eno omudi nkunim house of ndi nkunim homo work up na Cosmos say ya den omso Champions League ya den ye spray ho na house of na akọji
o na say Champions League we spray ho na wa akọji
Gamanche trophy pa
photocopy Champions League photocopy
Gamanche the trophy
I had to focus why one share Toyota Cup no one share Toyota Cup no one share
Gamanche trophy
proper cup one can say am doing there this is the trophy and yeah Champions League we spray refa even we spray when what they are refa
okay how yam corner for if it didn't so
Richie were in refa Richie were in refa. All right, on Westcoast TV.
Prince, so man, mention the Facebook comment ni bi etimi abaye na yenyi info no na bibia entimi enkonko kama entimi enfama ya hwefo na still na Westcoast Sports and we ni guso a wo hwe Facebook okwa mesra na wa share na wo comment no etimi ato ase be kenkan etimi ete ama na bibia enso etimi akwa kama ntino Prince yankwe na fa efisem no fa so fa maye
All right, hi Westcoast TV. Now if you know what share good enough when you good to share I want to them about so can like and share na comment na when yanko so and I wouldn't be when you be share or embrace no do the defense no ya the name of America with on Westcoast no say adwuma ku bi na pede ye bo hu de ri de ma wa bra for any fresh film that is Westcoast e wotumi ahwe ne abon or your birthday picture na pede twa mpo a photo shoot wedding funeral na pede ye twa live coverage ya de ma wa for any fetchim Westcoast TV ye wo ADB aguna kwante ADB abrasa no na soro we wo in ebon Westcoast TV for any chem wo na ye wotumi ahwe ne abon hu de wi de amon kama or adwuma di bi na ba bedi na pede ye hwe na ye bon de wi de ma on Westcoast no ye wotumi ahwe ne abon de wi de amon kama bibia ay kama my uncle ni uncle fansa no yamfa mbro na ende be reme o Basaka Holy Stars team no supporters no akwakobo ku chipa wachirema no ma wa boto no enya de wagitume ende another ochina Christabel nyankwa na yankwa hwe oh that is Basaka meeting as supporters no wotum wo hwe na wa ye wo ne yamfa wonen nsam ne kakra nyamfa mbra won na bibia enya kama Basaka Holy Stars supporters was one tiase the Nzema Kotoko as a Division 2 club na afi no mpanyimfo a wo Nzema no why wan adwen de won bo home game no that is enyina ase no wakoya nsam bebre ampoche in the supporters Mr. Owusu or say etumi hwe na otine fom na ofrem kwofo ina together with the supporters no ema wotumi hwe na wo bo room ho na Crystal way you had to folk after the winning game make Basaka Holy Stars one day no Basaka and when I was say green and black na ugu no dem nkofo no and from Nzemala na dem nsam no in the bodom suko na ya hwemo okre na okro be na afi no ya bibia but impede supporters no ma in there after war meeting wo tumi hwe na wadi tugwa kama wadi me etifo no based on na mpocho Mr. Owusu Chirema ehwe that is wantiase nti ade no nti wo gudu na wo kenkan yenkoni nkoti bi ne aba.
Football is not just a game, it is a unifying force, a development tool, and a shining light in communities often overlooked. To strip us of this asset is to dim that light. We respect our traditions, our culture, and our leaders, but leadership must protect. We have no choice but to play our home matches away from Nzemaland. We have no choice but to play our home matches away from Nzemaland. Samates FC has graciously granted us permission to use their park in Samaboy for our home matches. But this step, no matter how generous,
Iye wa bra na supporters chairman all to me waka chende leadership de anko de wo hwe na nka bom na de otumi ye adwuma na ombande o de wo ye mpapem nsam ni bi wo Christabel yente nsam ni bi na hu hia pa.
The demise of its CEO, the late Senator David Brigidi, who was affectionately known as Senator Saya, may his soul rest in perfect peace. The team was beset with challenges, both internal team home. Fellow citizens of Nzemaland, members of the press, football lovers, and distinguished stakeholders. Today, I speak to you not just as a football supporter, but as a voice for the pride, unity, and progress of our land. Our beloved Premier League team, the only one currently representing Nzemaland, stands at a crossroads. This is the team that rose from the dusty fields of Division 2 to the grand stage of the Ghana Premier League. It is a team built on perseverance, sweat, and determination, led by a visionary, Mr. Simon Ehoma, who happens to be the sole owner and CEO whose personal sacrifices have brought us to this historic moment. From our humble beginnings to competing on Ghana's biggest football platform, the team has become more than just a sports club. It is a source of pride.
Tamina egodo erite wanti ende ewrem Basaka na nsam de onye easy kra wetumu de nsam de no dos papa nti yebotumi ahwe wa bra Basaka All Stars na afi no ewrem quarter nsansam ne be edan wa egu court wa no sumpo yerhwe nyede de nsam na basinti zema meken inde nsam ne yebodom su ko na afi ne yede krache no yede atodoma aba funfun na no wetumu ahwe na wa ahwe bi na bibia ay kama Crystal be yanko ne yemfa nsam ne be yemfa nka wonfa ma on Westcoast TV na bibia entumi nya kama na yemfa ne nkopoem edwene kopoem that is how to focus ma orbeni ewrema nsam bebre na wa babo togwa inde na mo otini ewrem Baba Yara Sports Stadium Kumasi Asante Kode Kwampocho ende otumi adien kopoem na ehwe Mesma Stadium no wetum waye na oyefioye nkakrakra improvement libem nkakrakra improvement etum abem nti Crystal Beyanche Mesma Baba Yara wetum wa hwe na waye Baba Yara Sports Stadium for you. Inti Baba Yara Sports Stadium na afi no yerechen the technician botum hwe na odi atodo na waso enya that is the overview of that particular that is a stadium no means ma wako na wako akowie na afi no this time around no painful to nyama yenti yebohu that is Baba Yara why kama ewo ono so yerehwe na yede da mensam ni na yede abro nampocho modern supporter for how to folk boku no na papa we no na ne da how to folk do kunu no se hwe how to folk one fam kukrafo mbobo no oye mrante young boys na one ball until this time kotoko should watch out and did wow shop no into no papa wa you and all the men some no other two go no see on Westcoast TV the aba boss mo into chema and this particular season they how to full and so kotokumwa or you do and die affair say kramontu if you are able to wa so and summer or the two go or the men no catch other teams are that is the Ghana Premier League name that one watch out for that particular that is the season na bibia entuminya kama ewo mfama na so us there one share one watch out for how to folk ebotuma ahwe no agba no modern pa ewo na if the one ko poem Heart of Lions Sheikh Ma Oliver they was sign Liberian forward that we friend Chawusi Freeman Abrantia no ni etumu de wa hehen ne pa ye pa fi keepers wo ba bre Abrantia the way wa sha so the training ne etumu de yes indeed inyama eba koyi pa e di ama ne e wona bibia etuma ka ba e de Abrantia wa hehen keepers no wa fi wo ba bre Red Tablet United in and one so 4 players another 5 players rather in a one room trials na wa kwakobo trials na Bariso Ma Olibeni Abrantia friend Wisdom Jonas in after Abdul Sheku in afi no Abrantia friend Lukman Yaya Latif Omani Abrantia friend Suleiman Lamte no we Abrantia kuku enuma boss what we room Germany trials to change pa na wo tumu ahye na wa akọbọ ewa ma bibia etumu say nyame adom na say wo tumu wo fa one day wo pick one day na che dey yes in fact nyama akoye kama odi ama on on West Coast no yes chani etim dem nsam no do ye dey ama boss officially Accra Sport that is Baba Yara Sports Stadium and order kama ha na me come me dey fin sam dey si ne wo yan sha Accra Baba Yara kakra
fertilizer pitch we di Benyame fertilizer power pitch we di no Yankopon kutunu ni seriously
no the fertilizer look good yes, no lishi baby na good
but we if Facebook senior Kojo Brace obisa about game aye ball penyansa yenya a fair idea about a game and course so honum nemo ye besre wo Hunter West na say unim anase game we course na opese West Coast bia ye fan live ma na say bia yetimi ye hon stories kakrama obetimi afre 0500 1332 52 offer and as also send a text and as a WhatsApp message concerning the game told you baby I want to wesa no be hu komo na bibi e ono yen so yetimi a project ne de kakra ye be yetimi de abo ano ye de abo na bibi yetimi akwa ye kama but Prince Baba Yara Sports Stadium 80 kishe gradually Baba Yara Sports Stadium 80 kishe gradually hono mitino Baba Yara de but yambra na yema emedi nkomo kakra wo UEFA and as Europe mountain so enra games etodwa league matches no etimi ashase hono de sanso na okoko piemu wo Ghana hanu nso a nsem be na hono nemo mamenko adumba pa kwesi enchen na yendi enkomo kakra na yenhwe enra igane memenda games a etodwa first matches ni general impressions concerning games a etimi abaso over the weekend no season afeni ashase de nemo kakra no so ehwe no Prince Adumba, good afternoon.
Afternoon, boss.
You are welcome. Share general impressions Europe games are etodwa games etodwa Europe ko England EPL etimi ashase Bundesliga de yan shase La Liga shase sanso na oko France French League 1 and so etimi ashase we general impression
boss yema obi biara kwa babiem na mebe kande comment numbra na afi so one share no bia nsanke bi ereme wo YouTube so ono so okodo wonum kama that is Westcoast GH na enema akoyi Alida matches next start the top 5 European leagues and the English Premier League first. Liverpool where that is the reigning champions from one that is victory last season. We more this particular season, been playing the first match of the season. Now may expect a Liverpool squad on any given day. In that kind of flamboyant performance, because there's a side that already and even before the start of the season, most of us were anticipating that Liverpool are going to put up a better performance this time around, because Annie Slaughter, a coach at Mabubuko, already built team, and then also why some additions to a squad and coming up against though Anthony why you demand them a Bournemouth, but Bournemouth is a side that they've lost most of one players what one on last season. Some key players.
Yeah.
They've lost Dean Wilson leaving, lost Kekes, and that's so players if you want to go. Place if you want to go, and you bring some player Caribbean okay. Were part of last season achievement at Bournemouth winning. When back a club with the English Premier League on a waka. So I was expecting Liverpool to go and give them that tough performance, And even aside that, comparatively, as a player to player, Bournemouth comes near Liverpool set up another one. And now I'm expecting that is Liverpool to come up that with that victory, And they also play that that is Anfield. Anfield no bueno anymore. How about it? Even for the big teams So Liverpool scoring 4 goals at Anfield, it was a good thing for them. But for them to concede 2 goals is something.
Liverpool, I think Community Shield or Shield 2 Palace better.
Sure.
And weekend in social 2.
Sure.
And so Bournemouth Edin can't say answer. Last minute 2 goals we before moment of the winner.
Sure.
It's Liverpool defense and you shaky.
There is a problem with the defense, Canada, and Esha. It doesn't even start from only the Community Shield and also any of the game over. Throughout their pre-seasons matches over now Liverpool automatically, or you can clearly predict that game Liverpool is going to concede a goal, and definitely below and good they will concede. And it's actually a critical match in the preseason was against Athletic Bilbao, and so Liverpool taking the lead, scoring goals, and waiting for or just staying back, seeing Atletico Club Bilbao coming, equalizing, and something like Liverpool defense and Angasa have a problem. and Nina there now you jai or that is Andy Robertson on Shedano on here that is a regular a player to the team currently, and then also you talk of Trent Alexander-Arnold with team Oko. When you go to the backer, you are all saying that Virgil van Dijk, you know, a player when it comes to experience, he has everything, but in terms of age, and after for him to have the right partner to play with, no, you come or a problem or them at Liverpool. And former, or that is only free Southampton room some years back, you know, he's no more that player. Okay. Until Liverpool should look at that particular area since the season, you know, though about Paul, that is Antoine Semenyo Nabado because of no experience, and I feel no quality to do room, brilliance, I will do room, or that goes no, Edema or Benmouth, but it doesn't take away the fact that Liverpool have some problem to deal with when it comes to a defense. No? And that Chelsea, El Cobodro, Stamford Bridge against that is Crystal Palace. And Mikel Obiabeka there. They're just saying at the May, that is a resource, no? And it shouldn't surprise others. They Chelsea will to motion wing at the May, that is resource. I don't know. Now, Jenna, you know, Obiane expectation for Chelsea very high because they are the world champions
beating PSG.
We shouldn't forget that this is a team, when you go to for a team, no, they were just last season. And the only success that Chelsea won, you know, was Chelsea qualifying for the top 4. Chelsea also winning the conference league. Getting teams our boy, and then also to the Club World Cup. No, clearly, Club World Cup. No, you can define or you can defend Chelsea or come in with your fight in any way. They beat Maccabi because Chelsea won it. But now KL can claim the best team in the Club World Cup wasn't Chelsea. And you know the pressure is there. You all understand that pressure is there. We'll be able to expect Chelsea there. We'll be team watch and why don't want more than. But you are Akafa and now Chelsea ball against a Crystal Palace side under Papa and Oliver Glasner was he has transformed the team totally. This is a Crystal Palace side that Oliver Glasner about to team no some key players will team more down more quick. And he's built the team once again. I want some core players be still not crap on you. Now we are saying that the star man a breach is a boy no fit team man. I tell you that Crystal Palace is going to be a team waiting will compete. You shouldn't forget that even against Liverpool now already not team not the one crying and one additions are why you know or team who did Liverpool essence AJ or that is the community share anything insane. So it tells you the kind of team at Crystal Palace or Chelsea if they really want to compete of here na Chelsea have to do more when it comes to the players they have currently at their disposal. Now for some additional signings over there, Chelsea just have to do more. Kudos to Manchester United, they really did very well. Show some glimpses of sign that so may I believe in Manchester United team or that one.
Okay. Nti Abdumba Park we see ne de no Sam Prince Ede kakra ebe so etimi ede amaye na etimi ahwe mum ye La Liga nso ehyaase ma FC Barcelona etimi edi enkonim ho do sanso. Okay Prince Adumba for Barcelona den kakra na menhwe.
Okay boss Barcelona game no one thing oye we pa that is Hansi Flick no reaction after the big game na onu team share na afi obetu gwa one no you quoted the Hansi Flick and ye impressed with that is performance at best more than it know intensity na we do remember one no and many Hansi Flick we are talking of a Mallorca side that Edoto to Barca team no one performance Barca what the Amayan one no you Mallorca the wabo or that particular performance no and you Mallorca they will be team one Barca that particular performance and Obama Barca that tough match will be team one and why then how one no and look at how Barca started the game. They started the game taking the lead. Mallorca the Wokonya red cards and some players that was sent one off. Was sending some of the players off. Okay. Now, Barca team unmind that margin of goals. No, young Barca last season, even Madrid Crano was sure na Madrid was break. Madrid 1 Jokrano was the 4. You Madrid 1 Jokrano was the 5. Talk of Mallorca side. When it comes to quality, yet per the top 10 crown the La Liga one count. You know, say Hansi Flick, I hear him though coach, he's always expecting more from all the players, no. Are you impressed with Barca beating Mallorca by 3-0? And I think he's right. And some of the players in the class who know what you do. I should comment on Ronaldo Rajo to go Wafua Papa and Morocco. I think it's right for them. Looking at additions at Barca and Boss, we expect more from FC Barcelona.
Okay, into ono Adumba Park we see Neje Enona Mamen kind messages we info ono information. Okay. Enti okay boss ye behwe na yetime di huduma etime ede ama hodom na bibia etime akwa kama na mamenko Sam Prince the sports ambassador so hold down so enhwe Europe matches are etoda no onso di mu nkomo kakra me say obviously obeka Chelsea asem me say obviously obeka Samsung Manchester United born oboni nyina but me hu problem ba ko Manchester hu me wi ameka kire opinion di Eddie Ruben Amorim say ndi hudma enti Prince yen hwe won so fa kakra so na wi abafi.
All right, Bariso Yensan ma eti for Akabambra Westcoast TV na Bibia Anthony kama infame. Well, Bariso in the match that is Liverpool set up no Mesima Okro Kubi na main Liverpool performance award than the member ho but make concentration bottom of Boku na kasa na have Antoine Semenyo as a player at itself na kasa no because sometimes we kasa efa that is ya kasa fa that is players who Europe won't be great but yan kasa yan the you publish now Bariso say actually screen there that is the actual placer a branch friend that is Antoine Semenyo will pretty most.
Okay.
And looking at this tactically, it tells you it's a player billboard from Ghana and other Africa. Neso to operate at a particular wings like this. It tells you how dangerous he is. And Esha, how are things going now? I don't. Hey, boss, Esha, how baby you operate? Otumo banaka sani half.
Okay.
Eba pick a ball.
Yeah, for sure.
Now on the ball they were opponent and he actually first goal and then the second goal no he picked the ball from his own half, went ahead and scored that particular goal.
Them speed in a day.
So how splendid he is. In America, Liverpool, any other team of should be aware how dangerous Antoine Semenyo is. And remember, and that's in Liverpool in our 15 can work Antoine Semenyo because he has proved beyond last season watch there, and this is in tactically. I say how he operated against Liverpool. Bobo it was a 4-2, but boss, Esha tactically, Yan Shadi El Hadi, boss Shadi, Esha the football anchors and analyst now. Through the tactical board na yenya dam 4-2 na boss Yansha Elkwana Antoine Semenyo or she goes no boss one was inside the 18-yard box and one was outside the 18-yard box. Now Eshe that is Liverpool Bobokuno all the 3 goals was inside the 18-yard box. Now the problem is this Christian Mam the next picture na mention for the next picture, you from we share the next picture, and I'm cover.
Well, my next picture,
my next picture. Boss, I share this particular area now. That is the area Liverpool are penetrating more.
Yeah.
It is just because the absence of their hosting. I will join the Real
Madrid. So last season,
actually, team a player all pretty at that angle. Now, Liverpool went to one penalty, and the teams will share bottom of our brand now. That is the actual formation.
Okay.
Into actually the area now we're deep in the red now. He was covering all that balls as a defender. But now no only what into Liverpool for ball now what they look on do. So tactically Bournemouth was great. Liverpool was but Bournemouth met the gooder side of the game. That is Liverpool. And actually Liverpool Godi Kapo that is Igor Ekitike, Mo Salah, they can cause havoc to you at any point in time. Boss, the problem is Bournemouth Nakasano when here a center that is a central back. Now after the Liverpool will here an addition players at the back because any Bournemouth level. Next one you are going to don't forget that the next match he will parade a great squad, not the Shao.
Okay, and the Sam Prince and also the tactical board no. It's me the Abesumi El Hormona boss. Say Ubisa match be a home and some Pinyansa. Yes, when Pinyansa Mason FC. Omo Esheka and 9 Emma Hima Krum enso eti mu ba konti results no na yet media mo senior Kojo Brace nti mpenyansa game no bisa ya no Mason FC wo mpenyansa ultimate ehye 4 ana hima chrome etimi eti mu ba kon ho the results no Jay no Mason pro coach oh I see I feel na Matthias here I feel na Matthias here Jay na media phone papa mo no na well, okay, make us a Manchester United team no ehia war problem. Manchester problem ni na Manchester ehia ball career. Say Ruben Amorim ebe ball Abrante ni din Bruno Fernandes as number 8 there, then he will need a typical number 10 who can be a link between Bruno Fernandes and then the attackers. Simple as that. And yes, I'm so there. I just saw the Bruno now ko any mo na or Pobi ebejam na Manolo one ugetike there Manolo Gaji bon sha no be sha omo Manolo Gaji John obi mike nua sha no be sha omo but Yembra fi na Yembra medi nkomo World Cup it me eba so ema House of Folk ese Kpando House of Lions eka baako mienu ema Kpando House of Lions entime antimu bi Abrante anything Hamza Isa and a new boy cry Paku and so 8 me eshe ba kwa so am House of Folk 8 me echi bobo ko ni din yes echi Panda House of Lions ebo na come you went me anti Gaka top 4 and so yame aduma wukuada na esha ase na Gaka top 4 ni bibi ebe bo ne die sisi aso me no ka se fixtures aba me ni bibi ebe bo no ebi adom basa what be there bona
so I got all bona
Accra so the bed
them no kenti as at now no ye na ye hwe dey so best someone na dey because me there Accra no ye wo match international game dey
yes
aye ba bobo na
bo enti me hu Accra no ebi ase Lagos no mbe bo dem ni
fine if
because Gaka top 4 me ni be ebe bo no
but if boss if you are being fair not yet can naturally if you are telling us the truth if you want to see the best performance quality display of your top 4 teams Ghana ha master Legon is not a pitch to host that particular game no Legon is not a pitch you know we have a long way to go so what should now if the venue on your radio, but why is it that they are always sentencing and focusing at Accra?
No say because Accra ni Kumasi ni
Ghana Accra continue.
Big Accra ni Kumasi and your venues are bet me use there as animal way.
They should come to
Esipon. Ain't me find yafi.
They should come to TNA.
TNA no. I have issue with TNA. Security zone no.
Okay.
Anyhow. Minim say in the perimeter na fe dey there. Because TNA needs anyama no.
Sure.
Enti obo matches of this nature, yenim has no kotoko for. Sina fans it me omoniama. Enti matches of this nature na ya na edin. Enti na ye pe Accra look match but Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Afei na ye go to fertilizer man pitch near opa. So I don't know. Shema me Gaka top 4 and Homo World Cup has it me edge.
Alright, with the Gaka top 4 the down the lunch you know called though. And I was let me say impressed with how what they know what they having the players of the various teams together with some coach stars from various teams which was sharing now the lunch you know MBB the trophy unveiling and it was such a nice thing. Oh the Ghana Hano and I said the football near now said Babbo tournament or them. Na ama the menu man vi kana nkwa anye such publicity no ma one year see Ghana no and that a match has wo we anka match has alampara wo bobo wa na e be expect pitch no there bia na park no there obetim contain a huge number of audience e be expect huge number of audience but look at what it was. You know what team was there was yentina food yen lunch and yen invite yen tell or supporters no the audience package it was the right thing na wetin mo hwe na woye wonom. And when you take the teams so I like how away now no for now no the bragging United I start obia wetin mo hwe no we dey no kotoko say ochi hasa automatically definitely obeshe no wonom. And when the game that is when you side when the game ogbe no in the Cheetah Cup no kra no kire yen how because now you know or something or can one waiting you project it or you give them a while so it's very nice thing or one of my problem and our problem as nation for now I be able to give no and maybe we there say Gaka in team and solve the mountain now we no one man not the last day na ya jatu there you come on Accra Sports Stadium fine. For now, the betting is the right place or the right venue waiting we host the match.
Okay.
But the consequence of it. In the Gaga betting, a jatum and a Gaga betting Academy, one. But the effect of it on mine, your boboka.
Okay.
On mine, your best radi. That is one thing. Now, young bomb one on swan. Honestly, no problem be over one to us. Some of us there, it wouldn't bring out the quality of any players now and any teams now you know.
Okay.
And for now, the national can call one day Ghana you need pitch This same Accra Sports Stadium, only venue are two sides from Ghana, what they call the Confederation Cup and then also the Champions League. And you know, this will just come back to us to our usual topics. If our football people, that are the football administrators, one of the football the GFA will sit down. Not until me enforce the administrators of clubs or Ghana. Until me in Kabibi, Shetim Sling Kabibi to an dream. Empty me share ordinary support. No, we maintain the pictures of one man because Obeshono or Kabibi to Rajima. The clubs should do well to come out with their facilities. That is one. Okay. Two, he has that power. No be team why that or yes a pulling force over team what train or that is sponsors and also even on poor team on it the ministry akasa on it the national sports authority akasa when it comes to maintaining of our pitches and then also the team cry team yes ma considering